This is one attack too many, and we must quickly move beyond the verbal protestations to unveil these evil characters and their collaborators, no matter their status or positions, and ensure that they all are held to account for their actions. Otherwise, this impunity would never cease to rear its ugly head in our country. This is why I consider it deceitful for the Attorney General of the Federation Minister of Justice to declare the arrest of those who purportedly carry out the reprehensible action without disclosing their identities, while keeping sealed lips on those who designed, directed, sanctioned, and or coordinated the assault on the otherwise peaceful home and person of the Honorable Justice Mary Audley. More seriously, the political season is by the corner, and Nigeria must understand that the assault on Justice Mary Audley was not an isolated incident, but take it for what it is: the resumption of the federal government infamous tactic of browbeating the judiciary to a state of fear and conformity, so that it can continue to ride roughshod unchecked over the rule of law and the sanctity of our electoral system. Although it is still early morning in our democratic march towards 2023, the attack on Justice Mary Audley is a prelude to many more and even worse political maneuvers we should be prepared to experience from the APC-led federal government. Let me inform the audience of the politics of the law school. Because of the envy and, of course, anything about Port Harcourt, politics will have to come into it. Just recently, the chairman of the Judiciary Senate Committee has tried to bring in politics in the establishment of the law school campus. Now, bringing a deal that the federal government should set up 2 campuses in each zone, and then in the south, Yedeguwa and Delta State. In essence, trying to do everything they can to see that the Port Harcourt campus of law school does not exist. But I can assure you, we have the capacity to fight back. It is unfortunate that for whatever reasons, the Deputy President of the Senate and his members trying to undermine the viability of the campus by sponsoring a bill for the unnecessary proliferation of law school campuses so that he could grab one and site in his village in Delta State. Now, the issue is, where would the federal government have the money to fund the establishment and running of multiple politically motivated law school campuses across the country? I hope the management of Nigerian Law School, the Council of Legal Education, and the federal government will see the fully in the proposed escalation of law school campuses across states and need the idea from the board before it causes more damage to a foremost institution that's already severely challenged for lack of adequate funding.